So if you're like me, you don't watch the news and don't keep up with what's going on in the world, you would know that Haiti is a wild party and the government has handed over all power to the barbecue and it's just a big raging party. No, no, you better not use that take. So the situation in Haiti, I'm not really like an expert, political expert, but the situation in Haiti is probably best described as fucked. So recently, Haiti has been in the news a bunch. There's a lot of civil unrest, rioting, gang wars, whole lot of crazy stuff's been going on down there. I'm not really a political expert, so I'm not really going to dive too much into all that myself. I will link some videos if you're interested in learning that. I'll link some videos in the description here that you can check out that'll educate you a little more on that issue. But what you need to know for this story is that I guess dating back to the earthquake in 2010, Haiti started, they got a bunch of money thrown at them to fix everything. And people believe in Haiti, a lot of people believe that the government was corrupt and didn't use that money the way it was intended to. And it's led to this gang violence and the problem that's going on now. I'm gonna side with them because the man that's leading the charge is a guy named Jimmy Cherizier. I apologize profusely. I do not know how to pronounce it. He goes by the name Barbecue. And now he is a former police officer turned warlord, gang leader, warlord, whatever you want to call him. But he is calling the shots now. The government seems to have, kind of stepped back and is just letting him run the show right now. That's that. I'm gonna go with the former police officer that turned gang lord. That the government was probably corrupt. Then that money wasn't used right. Either way, that isn't again really what it's needed to know information for this story because you need to know that right now Haiti is not a safe place to be, and governments are doing what they can to get their civilians that are in Haiti out of Haiti right now. Like that is a big thing everybody wants to do. Keep their citizens safe, get them out of Haiti. Now, if you're a danger tourist or a danger journalist, I don't know which one. Either way, you can look at it. They're both a thing, right? People that travel to dangerous countries, and that's what they do. They go and they just see what's going on in those places, right? It's been around for a long time. Growing up, my dad had a book called Holidays in Hell by PJ O'Rourke from, it was for a Rolling Stones magazine thing, I think. I don't know all the details. I'll put a picture of the book up if I remember. They traveled all kinds of crazy places. It's not a new concept. People are doing it. And that's where our man of the story today decided he was going to do. The man in question, Addison Pierre Malouf, also known as Your Fellow Arab or just Arab. He was a Fortnite streamer that decided at some point he was going to travel the world and he's going to go to places that aren't always safe, right? So on March 10th, Arab posted on Twitter, going on another one of those trips. If I die, thanks for watching what I've put out. If I live, all glory to God. Kind of an ominous tweet. But I do, considering what he did for, his content. We know he was on his way to somewhere that might not be safe, right? Well, it turns out that place, obviously, we know now was Haiti, which he did post. He posted this video here for us.
So we actually cannot leave to Port-au-Prince until the morning because it's already 6 p.m. and if we leave right now, we'll get there while it's dark. It's about a 6-hour road trip. We'll get there while it's dark, and that place is completely run by gangs. So you don't want to be dealing with the gangs, even though we have safe passage. We're already approved. All it takes is one stupid gang member holding an AK-47 for one thing to go wrong. So we're not taking that risk at night. We're going to be leaving at 3 in the morning. I just really wanted to show you guys the view from this hotel. We're the only people in this entire hotel. Everybody else is workers, employees, etc. because no one's allowed into the fucking country. So there's no tourists here, okay, other than those Royal Caribbean guys. But I have the entire hotel to myself. Look at that view, man. You got the mountain range. You got the sun setting. Okay, you have entire Cap Haitian over here. And we've got a pool, which I wasn't going to take advantage of, but how many times in your life are you the only person in an entire hotel because the country's completely shut down, no one should be coming in, and you're just a retarded YouTuber? I feel like we got to take advantage of the pool.
So that video would have been recorded like when he got into Haiti, shortly after getting into Haiti, because the reports coming out from people that know him are within 24 hours of him getting to Haiti, he was kidnapped and is being held for ransom. Man is very like fortuitous with his words and everything, because he it's almost like he knew all it takes is one stupid person with an AK or whatever he said, right? It's and apparently that seems to be what happened. Now there's all kinds of different reports coming around of exactly what happened, and I went to I found one a Twitter thread from someone that seems to know him, and so that is going to be the account we're going to go through. But originally when I first saw the story come out, the only thing that I could find to even verify anything was the story that was the screenshot here that was posted with it, which I don't know where it comes from originally. It was just posted on Twitter with the news. It just says U.S. journalist kidnapped in Haiti. According to Haiti 24, U.S. journalist Addison Pierre Malouf has been kidnapped by the 400 Mawozo gang in Haiti on March 14th in Croix de Bouquet. According to them, Addison was on his way back from Cape Haiti with his Haitian colleague Sacrechon. Addison Pierre Malouf went to Delma 6 to conduct an interview with Jimmy Cerizier, aka Barbecue. However, Lanmo 100 Ju, a member of the same criminal group as Barbecue, seized the pair and is now demanding a ransom of $600,000 US. As of this publication, the gang has received an initial payment of $40,000 US. He has not been released, and that's where it cuts off. That appears to be the story. It says it comes from it mentions that they're getting their information from a story out of the Haitian news, Haiti 24. So there might be some validity to this information too. And it gives us parts in details that aren't in the other account, and I'm gonna probably reference some of this. Again, I don't know how true those details are. I couldn't really at the time I found that article, that was the only details I could find on the issue, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I did find, though, again, I found a post thread from someone that seems to know Arab personally and is involved in the story. And so he's got a thread with all the facts that he wants us to know and have straight. So I'm going to go with that as the timeline and all the details that we need to know for the story, just because any other information, I don't know what I can and can't trust, right? So we'll just go with what Lord Miles here says here on Twitter. So earlier today, he posted the famous YouTuber Your Fellow Arab has been kidnapped in Haiti by the notorious 400 Mawozo gang 24 hours after entering the country. I have spoken to Arab through the kidnapper's phone. This is what we know. And then he posts a little screenshot from Arab's brother. He says, Arab went in with Sean Rubens Jean Sacra, a fixer in Haiti who Arab met up in the Dominican Republic. Sean has also been kidnapped. Sean was the fixer for excellent YouTuber Chris List and many others. Arab entered the country 10 days ago to film the riots. Now, see, there's discrepancies in a lot of this in these timelines, and it's because, like, again, now that news article I already showed, I don't know, I can't count for like how valid that is, but it said it was on March 14th is when he was kidnapped. This is saying 10 days ago he went there, and then within 24 hours he was kidnapped, so that would be 9 days ago. So the 20th would have been when he was kidnapped, but they're saying it was on the 14th. So there's some discrepancies in when everything in this timeline. 24 hours, they were both kidnapped. Less than 2 days later, I had heard from Arab as he was permitted to talk to his friends through the kidnapper's phones. The ransom was $600,000, then it went down to $300,000, and then it went down further to 5 figures. And then there's another screenshot. It says, you heading to the capital? I'm probably going to interview the leader. Barbecue? If I don't get kidnapped before then. Foreshadowing. A lot of foreshadowing coming from this guy. Like, he must have had the worst vibes going into this. Like, he knew something was going down. There's a lot of foreshadowing from him here. Unless this is the way he always talked. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's just the kind of stuff he always said, right? Now, I'm going to guess that the 5 figures referenced here is probably $40,000 because it says they've paid them. According to that one source, they've paid them $40,000. So maybe that's what the 5 figures ended up being. I'm going to take a guess that was it. Now he goes on to say, the U.S. government and State Department is very hands-off on helping, even though Arab is a U.S. citizen. Arab has been kept in a cage and in a place on the eastern outskirts of the capital, Port-au-Prince. His location is known. Which is a bold statement to say, that the U.S. knows that this man is being held and where he's being held, and is just, gonna let him get killed there. It's a bold statement. I mean, I would believe it. I would. But it's a bold statement to make. There was an attempt to pay the ransom, but it went wrong, and truthfully, everyone was out of their depth to help Arab. An exchange went bad, done incorrectly, and Arab was not released. Arab is still in excellent spirits. Now that is why I believe that the negotiated price ended up being $40,000, because they've paid now $40,000 according to the one news story. And here he's saying basically whoever went to do the exchange didn't really know how like a drug deal or like those kind of shady deals work, and you have to make sure that you're not just giving them money. Has to be, you gotta do it right. Those it can go very wrong very easy, as they found out. And so now they've just made a donation of $40,000, and they don't have their friend back. And that's why you gotta be careful with ransom payments and stuff. Arab has stated that despite the hardships, he is going to come out with a great video after this, and he should be out in no time. Sean was actually offered to be let out, but he's a great guy and doesn't want to leave Arab on his own, so he's decided to stay. Did Sean set him up? Was they were gonna let him go, or I guess he's probably just not worth money to them. I guess I don't know. He's just not worth any. Like, that's a fucked up thing. No, the 40,000 was for him. The 40,000 was for Sean. It seems weird. I don't know. Or he set him up, but he doesn't want the kid to get killed or whatever. But he just wants, I don't know. See, again, I don't know. I'm not. They say he's a great guy. He's worked with other YouTubers. He's probably not. It's probably not a setup on that, but that seems weird. That's a crazy thing. Why would you? He must be the fucking he must be a solid dude to stay in captivity like that. Lord Miller goes on to say many travel YouTubers knew of his situation, and we were told to keep it secret, which we all did. There was an Anon group chat discussing Arab's kidnapping and potentially leaking the info. I heard about this and put out a warning to them saying not to do it. Regardless, someone outside of us YouTubers leaked it to the Haitian news a few days ago by their name, not stating them as YouTubers. Now the info is out, we might as well get the facts straight. I have already seen some rumors out there. So that's where that republishing of a Haitian news story, it probably has some validity to it, but not all of it. Like they seem to have known definitely more to it, to the story, right? So he says, if it's not from my mouth, Christmas List's mouth, Tommy G returns, or Arab's own social media controlled by his family, do not trust the information. We will give updates when we can, and we will help any way we can. Do not start a GoFundMe or donate to one. There are a lot of scams out there, and nobody who isn't aware of what's going on should try to raise and deliver the ransom money, which is fair, right? Like, anytime there's any kind of big story, especially where money is involved, people are going to set up scam GoFundMes. Don't get scammed. Don't donate to stuff like that. All we can do is pray for Arab and Sean. May Christ look after them. I am taking steps to help Arab get out. I know the grim reality of what could go wrong in Haiti. I have volunteered to go in to do the exchange with 3 mercs. There is other help that has volunteered itself. He ends it with one last little statement here. He says, some of Arab's friends have privately and now publicly said some negative things about him going to Haiti. I don't want to appreciate this one bit. I'm nowhere close to Arab, but he was trying to bring good content about a collapsing part of the world. He does not need this right now. And that's fair. I mean, the man's literally being held hostage. It's kind of an asshole thing to be like, you fuck around, you find out. Because, he fucked around and he found out, yes. But this isn't even going to be one of those opinion pieces of me where I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you and stuff. I respect danger to journalism and shit in a sense where you're on the ground, you're giving a full on accurate account. He's it's a private individual thing too. He's not being funded by any it's independent journalism. There's no bias from the bosses or anything, right? He's just there to tell it as he sees it, and I respect that kind of stuff. I couldn't do it. I mean, I was offered once when I used to work with this guy from Afghanistan, and his brother died years ago. This was years ago, and he invited me. He ended up not being able to go back home because of situation at the time between the countries and here, like, Canada, United States, a whole bunch of people were having some problems with like Afghanistan and stuff like that, and travel was a little harder to do. But originally, he did invite me to go with them back home, to visit with his family and stuff. And he promised to keep me safe, and I believed him because like they're from the tribal regions up in the mountains and stuff. And yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening up there. But like his brother didn't die from like artillery shells or whatever. It wasn't like it was natural shit. So like I felt like it would have been a safe trip, and it would have probably been really fun. Other than that, I'm not really a big on travel. I don't want to go to a lot of places, let alone a lot of dangerous places, right? So I don't know. I respect it. Like, he was gonna meet up with the actual like leader, and he was gonna have a nice chat with them and stuff, and it would have been an eye opener for his viewers and the internet. You're more likely to listen to an interview like that where it's from somebody just having a chat, where not some news or a news fucking company doing it, right? Like Sky News did get the interview with Barbecue, and none of them got kidnapped for and held for ransom. Which is crazy because at the time the Sky News interview happened, there's a chance that this kid was in a cage somewhere close by. I don't even know. Like, that is just insanity. But Sky News picked up this interview. I read through some of it. I didn't watch the video or anything because I don't. It's Sky News. Why would we trust Sky News for like shit, right? It's kind of shitty, especially for people that were considered friends, to be saying anything bad about it. Like, again, I get it, fuck around, find out kind of thing. You put yourself in these situations, stuff like this can happen. Clearly, he knew that with all of these. Like, he tipped his hat to the fact that he was gonna probably get kidnapped. Like, I get it, but it's kind of shitty thing to do, to just like make fun of him for it and all that. And I hope he gets out. Like, I do hope he gets out. The fact that I haven't killed him is promising. I don't know. It's crazy. What do you think? Leave some comments. Check something else out. Subscribe. Fun stuff. I'm gonna try to make a video where it's not like holy shit kind of thing, but I saw this story, and everybody's talking about it right now, so I thought, let's talk about it. Again, apologies to everybody if I pronounced your name wrong. I am bad with names.